They say football season starts at Thanksgiving, and right now the standings are not standing up at all. All things look crazy in the AFC North, in the AFC South. And who's the 1 seed in the NFC? We'll get to that in just a minute. Martin Weiss and Alex Monaco. It's Martin and Monaco. How was your Thanksgiving, pal?
What up? Man, I wish I took the underdogs, but other than that, it was great. How about you?
Listen, I made one bet. I've made one bet in the year of 2025. I bet on Michigan to beat Ohio State. So 0 for 1 on the year, and I'll be back. I had picked all the underdogs to cover on Thanksgiving Day, and, of course, they did. All of them winning outright. Of course, they did, and I had nowhere to do. But let's start there. Let's start there because I picked the Bears to win on Black Friday, right? But I never would have thought on December 2nd that the Chicago Bears, of all the teams in the NFL, who I thought were going to have a better year, would be the 1 seed in a month of December. I know it doesn't mean anything right now, but still, with the Bears being where they are, we talked about it 2 weeks ago. The odds at the NFC North were all jumbled up. Packers, Lions, Bears. One has really separated themselves and has an opportunity to do so even more.
Oh, 100%. And really, it's 2 levels of astonishing because they have 6 more points than they've given up, which is fascinating. But they're in a completely class of their own, Martin, when it comes to turnover differential. They're plus 17. The next team is the Texans at plus 9. They got 8 more turnovers than everybody else. It's just like 3 things working at once: coach, company culture, quarterback, and then fundamentally sound. I mean, we're off the heels of really an AFC side of things, 1 seed, where the Patriots are doing the same thing. It's not necessarily unbelievable to watch. I mean, if you're Odunze, if you're DJ Moore, if you're a fantasy owner of them, you're not even thrilled. But, I mean, geez, talk about the situational awareness, Martin. Cold game in Philly. Let's just run it down their throat. I mean, this Tooney guy, I don't know if you've gone down the rabbit hole. He wins everywhere he goes. This is his 3rd team he's about to dominate on. But just
New England
unbelievable.
And Kansas City and now Chicago.
But, yeah, man, I mean, I still don't know if they're going to run the table. Like, I don't feel the way about the Bears that I do about the infrastructure of the Broncos and the Patriots, in large part because Ben's new and Caleb's new. It's not like Vrabel's like Peyton's got a ring. Vrabel's got rings, plural. So it's a different kind of experience. But, I mean, we got to give credit to the Bears, man. I mean, do you take them seriously? Because it's hard not to, but then again, it's still a lot to show us.
This is what I take seriously about the Chicago Bears. It's hard to run for 200-plus yards on anybody, much less a defense that has Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and Jalen Phillips, right? It's hard to just run like that in general. That run game is real. It's absolutely real. And they're blocking things up. Not to get too nerdy, because honestly, I would embarrass myself. But they're blocking things in a way that I've never seen before. Right, and you're telling me that Vic Fangio, Vic Fangio is the guy they call to fix the defenses, right? He gave up 200 yards rushing. The thing that's craziest about the Chicago Bears right now, you normally look at teams that are atop the league, right? Coach and quarterback, both of them in sync, playing well. You talk about New England. Coach playing well, quarterback playing out of his mind. Caleb Williams is not playing well. He's not playing poorly, but he's not playing well. And I believe that he's got it in him to play well. The sky is the limit for this Bears team. I don't know if it's for this year going up, but like right now, I like them. You can't tell me, I'll put it like this. After the last 2 weeks, there's no team in the NFC that I'll be like, they're definitively that head and shoulders better than Chicago. They may beat them on any given Sunday, but head and shoulders, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at stats only, Caleb's not having an incredible year, but again, along the lines of just running the game plan, it's not really an infrastructure that needs him to kind of do what he did and play hero ball and do that really more what he did in college. It's just a question of like, is this dude going to eliminate all those habits? Because it does seem like he made a huge step forward with buy-in. But anytime a head coach takes off his shirt and flexes at $180 soaking wet, I think it's a good sign.
So let's go from the good sign, and I'll borrow a phrase from my good friend Ben Maller. The better story from Black Friday was in the losing locker room. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, here's the thing when it gets to the Eagles, right? And everybody had an opinion about what A.J. Brown had to say. Everybody has an opinion about what Saquon Barkley is or is not doing. And same thing with Jalen Hurts and what he is and is not doing, right? It all falls apart as soon as you lose. When you're winning, we're winning. Shut up. Everything is good. Nick Sirianni's got the pulse of the locker room. That's why we keep winning. All right, well, now you dropped 2 in a row. You just gave up 200 yards rushing. And I get that there's a 2-game gap between the Cowboys and the Eagles. But if you were doing a vibe gap between the Cowboys and the Eagles, it's 2 miles wide because Dallas vibes through the roof the last 3 weeks. Philly.
Yeah, I mean, look, credit to you. You said it on the show. Really, you said it even before the season. The offensive coordinator was going to have to be stared at. I mean, now we're at the point where Philly fans are egging this guy's house. Not great, but that really is not a NBA send-tell story. That's real. I mean, I don't think they have a second pitch, Martin. I think it's too little too late to fix the team for this season. I think the game I'd go back to that they can win stylistically, I guess the Packers game, where you just play menacing defense and you hope Jalen just game manages and somebody can make a play. But what do you even describe this as? Because you won the freaking Super Bowl. It's like they're leading the division, and somebody said it on the cast on Friday. It's like as if the score was 3 scores apart and it was a 4-point game, 1-score game. It's like, again, everything in Philly, everything in the Northeast, when it's cold out, hurts 3 times as hard, personally, professionally, psychologically. But I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of want to give Sirianni some flack. He doesn't get chirped at all. They're not fundamentally sound on either side of the board, but in addition to that, you have this much talent and no togetherness. Who else are we looking at?
The head coach has got one job. He's the only person that has the wins and the losses on his resume, right? He's got to get this locker room in order. And you're right. I don't think it's happening. That's why they go sign Brandon Graham out of retirement, is because they don't have any vocal leadership. And here's the thing that I've been working on this theory. The Eagles kind of prove it, and I think it's true across the NFL today. If your highest paid player is not either your best player or your hardest worker, then you are going to have some issues. And I think with the Eagles, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is not a hard worker, right? I've seen him. He's an NFL starting quarterback. But I think that if you look at the workouts that like Saquon Barkley or Lane Johnson or I don't necessarily even qualify him as the hardest worker. And I think you would definitely qualify him as not the best player, even on that offense, right? I wonder this, Alex, and I'll leave you with this one. Was last year the anomaly? That Eagles, so just look at the Eagles' Sirianni Hurts tenure. Go on that Super Bowl run, okay? Not taking anything away. Jalen Hurts fumbles the ball. They lose in a game. It's a 1-score game. They lose to the Chiefs, all right? They hire Brian Johnson as the offensive coordinator, losing the wild card round, right? Then the next year, Saquon rushes for nearly 2,000 yards. Then the next year we have this. So I wonder, is the outlier this historic season by a running back? You know what I'm saying? What's the feature and what's the bug?
It's honestly astonishing because you sit here and you go, yeah, was last year a one-off? I guess to put a button on it, they almost play better when no one believes in them. It's like some sick psychology where do they need to be Rocky every single movie, every single week? Oh, you're supposed to be good? Go ahead and lay an egg, lay another one, lay a third. It's like last year, they were quietly racking up W's. You barely heard a peep. It was all about Detroit. It was all about the new toy, Jaden Daniels. And now, they're minus 20,000 to win the division 3 weeks ago. And now we're dude, I don't even think they can win another game.
I'm telling you, And I tell you, I've been very high on this Cowboys team since the season started, and you saw how Dak Prescott was playing. They might not come close enough. CeeDee Lamb, 8 drops on the year, 6 of them against the Eagles. Catch 2 or 3 of those, and we may have an entirely different situation. A little bit of breaking.
You got the Lions. You got the Lions dropping another one to the boys on Thursday.
I think that's a loser leaves town game, and I think that Detroit will be leaving town. I think Dallas, just offensively, man, Dallas is so effective to where Detroit is. Detroit feels a little lost at this place in time. It pains me to say, as a guy who picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl, but it just shows me like that guard center guard combo in Detroit is a big problem. A little bit of breaking news here on the pod just came down. The Pittsburgh Steelers are releasing cornerback Darius Slay. They've also released 5 of their last 7 games, making those losses. Now, we talked about this a lot this summer on Fox Sports Radio, where we thought that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to end up, how we figured it was going to look. You picked them to win.
You picked them. I thought Aaron Rodgers' swan song. Let's give you some credit right there. I literally bought in, and I am stuck.
Okay, listen, you may be stuck, but you picked them to win the division and start. You picked them to win the division at the start of the season, right? I said they'll be the same 10-7. They'll always be. I'm here to tell you now, if this team loses the division, we have to have real conversations. Because at this, if Baltimore somehow goes from 1-5 to winning the division on Mike Tomlin's watch, Mike Tomlin needs to be watching somewhere else.
It is fascinating because it's one of those things, like, he clearly can coach. We know he's getting a job within an hour if he leaves. But at the same time, it's running stale. I mean, we've heard it from different, talking heads. It's like, oh, is this like a league that's just skated by Tomlin and he's just really clinging to past accolades? I mean, this is a title town. The 9-8 thing, 8-8 back in the – it's just not funny anymore. I don't think anyone's having fun. I watched that Bosa play. He knocks Rodgers out, picks fumble for 6. I watched his body language on the 4th and 2 in a 1-score game the next 2 possessions later after he sat out a series. And he goes like this, and it's like, dude, this is the theory again. Single dude, just yes men around him, no accountability his whole life. Now he's in a situation where he can't get out of. But, I mean, you got to also look at everybody because it's not an Aaron Rodgers problem. I mean, he was like 5th in yards before the game started against Buffalo. He's doing everything he normally would do in the back 9 of his career. It's almost a question of why is the defense flopping? And then again, let's get to the GM, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, no run game, mediocre line. It's just, you keep going down the list. That's where I'm like, who do you blame? And now it's like, to you, do you just blow it all up? It's really a head-scratching scenario in Pittsburgh, my man. But kudos to you. You called the 500 yet again.
What I would do if I was the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, and honestly, what I would want to do if I'm Mike Tomlin, at this point, I would, because Mike Tomlin right now is getting so much crap for being an above-average head coach. Right? That's the ultimate, his biggest curse is that he's not Bill Belichick, that he's not, you know what I mean? Because, otherwise he would have had more Super Bowls. He would have, appearances at least. He would have had more playoff wins. He just ran into dynasties and the Patriots and the Colts, and you know what I'm saying? And then the Kansas City Chiefs, so on and so forth, right? And now Buffalo and Josh Allen. His biggest issue is quarterback. Has been that going forward. And now the defense is aged to a point where now the quarterback in Aaron Rodgers is playing well enough and that defense is too old. This is what I do. I call the New York Giants. Give me a second-round pick. I'll trade you Mike Tomlin. You already have your quarterback. Right? Jackson Dart. You clearly have a team that is in need of some discipline after we watched what happened on Monday night. 33-15, whatever that game was. That game was winnable for the Giants if they did just completely lose their minds on several different moments, right? Mm-hmm. I will get Tomlin into New York, give myself some respectability, and if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm going to find a new young coach to have and hopefully give him the same length of runway. I'm not firing Mike Tomlin. I'm trading Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the numbers too, because it's like they have a good plus minus in the turnover differential department. I mean, the defense is giving up 24; they're scoring 23. It's pedestrian, it's lethargic. But I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where the AFC North went from a juggernaut to kind of like who wants it the most. So I don't know if they're smoked. It's such a week-to-week league this year. Who's great?
Yep.
I mean, Denver and New England, we're not trusting those teams like an Allen or a Mahomes or a Lamar team. Like, so this is just, it's frustrating, man. Not much else to say other than I guess you might have to, but they've had 3 coaches in 3 lifetimes here. I mean, I don't know that they are a team that's going to be impulsive. I think to throw it to you, the Arthur Smith hiring was horrendous. Matt Canada was even like, they haven't had someone call them plays that's innovative since what, Roethlisberger?
But I would not say that it would be hasty to trade Mike Tomlin, to move off of Mike Tomlin. I don't think that's a hasty move. The last time the Steelers won a playoff game, Barack Obama was the president of the United States. Like that's how long it was. And to your point of it being a week-to-week league, I don't think that's ever been proven more than for the Indianapolis Colts. They trade for Sauce Gardner, right? They're on top of the world. They're top of the AFC. Daniel Jones has new nicknames, right? They're calling him Indiana Jones. All of a sudden, he's the next Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold reclamation project. I'm over here spewing, is Kevin O'Connell going to get fired because he's going to have two former quarterbacks be MVP candidates? Well, here we are now. The Colts lose to the Texans. Texans go 3-0 with a backup quarterback. Salute to you, Davis Mills, because that's what's keeping this whole conversation afloat right now. If you had to call your shot, mind you, Texans already got one up in the win column. They're tied into the AFC South. And the Jaguars, mind you, are right there nipping at the heels, even though Liam Cohen keeps throwing up gang signs of Trevor Lawrence every time he throws an incompletion. Who wins the South?
Well, right now, Vegas has got it as the Colts and the Jags virtually head-to-head, plus 135 to plus 145. Texans are still a little over 3-1, but they were 7.5 to 1 before they beat the Colts. I was all over the Texans in that one. It was a Daniel Jones not healthy situation. He wasn't as mobile as he normally is. I don't necessarily want to count out the Colts. At the same time, I'm sitting here going, is C.J. Stroud worse in his third year than the other two? Like, they had something going with Davis Mills on some level. I mean, no, but in all seriousness, you have a top defense in Houston. Trevor Lawrence, though, I mean, you can't trust this guy like someone that shows up at the finish line. I mean, how do you trust this dude? And honestly, if you're really going by overall infrastructure, I probably lean Houston here. I just don't know if they can rattle up enough. But the Colts go as Jonathan Taylor goes, and you haven't heard his name in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. That run game is shut down in Indianapolis, which shuts down Daniel Jones and his ability to move the ball in the way that he finds it to be the most successful. Right now, in this topsy-turvy, upside-down NFL, I am leaning on the things that I trust. Running the ball and playing defense. Now, we just talked about how these teams have trouble running the ball. But Houston's defense is serious. And It's like there might be – that's a top 5 unit in the NFL. And I think we're just cycling week to week which one you like the best, of what flavor of ice cream is better between Seattle and Houston. And there's a couple other guys out there. Those to me are the two that really stand out. But Houston is a problem.
Well, I'll tell you this. I like it's such a buy low, sell high situation. Colts have dropped 2. Jags have won 3. It's virtual pick 'em. If the Colts win this game on Sunday against Jacksonville, where are you? Because I do think they're going to win that game. If they do you have confidence backing them? Because then I kind of said this before. I thought the Texans were going to beat the Colts this past Sunday. I think the division may come down to Indy versus Houston week 18.
I think we're looking at that as well. And I think what's fascinating about all of this, in a world where Kansas City nor Buffalo is going to win their division, we're going to be missing one of the – and hell, maybe Baltimore doesn't. and you're looking at these AFC South teams, we're going to be missing one of the four horsemen of quarterbacks in the NFL in the postseason. AFC is going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting as we're going through it.
I did kind of want to pick your brain on the Packers. I mean, are we back on the Packers here? I mean, if we're talking Super Bowl futures here, Jared Goff looking like he should hang it up because he can't move a lick if he's under center, under pressure. I mean, where are you at, I guess, in that Packers, Lions, Bear? I know we talked Bears out, but just like Green Bay's got Chicago twice. It's going to be interesting.
I'm with the Bears, bro. What the Bears have shown running the ball, combined with Wyatt from the Packers fracturing his ankle on Thanksgiving, the defensive tackle, I don't love their ability to move forward stopping the run. What do the Bears do? They run the ball, right? So I think in those two matchups, I'll see Ben Johnson run the ball on a Matt LaFleur or Jeff Hafley defense. And here's the thing. Like, I say this tipping my cap 100% to the Packers. If Jordan Love doesn't complete that fourth down pass in the fourth quarter, I think they lose that game. Like, I'm still not convinced that the Packers are so much better than the Lions or that the Lions are so much worse than the Packers. My main takeaway from the NFC North right now is the Bears are way better than we ever would have expected them to be. And they are throwing the wrench that people thought Minnesota might throw in this thing with the rookie second-year quarterback.
Do you think if you had to pick Packers, Bears right now to go further in the playoffs, are you leaning before they even play? Are you leaning Chicago?
Yes.
Wow.
I
think Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to humble Chicago and might beat them twice.
So
the Micah Parsons experiment couldn't have gone better. But look, I am rooting for Chicago. I love these Bears, but I don't know. The Green Bay defense just stifles you, and then that's going to be on Ben Johnson to throw us a second pitch.
So there's a few things that I really value heavily, right? And if I need to one day make my own power rankings and actually do this all out, Green Bay struggles to me to convert third and short. If you can't get third and short, I'm kind of out on your what is your ability to move grown men against their will and get 3 yards whenever you need it? Secondly, on that same tip, can you draw up a 20-yard completion almost whenever you want to? I think the Packers are much better at doing the second one than they are at doing the first one. Then on the defensive side of the ball, how are you stopping the run? And how are you taking the ball away, defending the ball in the air? Packers are really good at defending the ball in the air. I'm interested to see how they are stopping the run now that they lose Wyatt in the middle. Because Wyatt and Gary, those are two of the better defensive tackle combinations, defensive line combinations, maybe north of Dallas, honestly.
It's well said. I guess if you lean Chicago, I'd fire on them in some capacity on the futures board, whether it's the North or just running the table. But I mean, Green Bay's a touchdown better defensively in points against. That's not nothing. But Caleb finds an ability. Look, the only way I feel to beat the Packers D is escapability, and he absolutely has that. So it's going to be a fascinating chess match. I do think, though, throw it to you, Ben Johnson's a better coach than LaFleur. I just don't know if it's right now.
I think Ben Johnson is a better coach than LaFleur. I know our producer Ian is like, it's hard to win playoff games. I know. We'll see. But I do like Ben Johnson on a day-to-day strategy basis. Feels like Ben Johnson. Like, for Ben Johnson to go into the bye, say, I'm going to fix the run game, come out, rush, be the fifth best rushing offense. Okay. All right. I see you, sir. Respect.
Yeah. Before we get into the game, just a quick thought from our producer. The Jets cannot win when they're supposed to, and then they just go all out in the rain. I mean, I was walking around. You had to really want to be at MetLife on Sunday. Ian, your thoughts on a win that works against you on draft day?
Dude, I don't have an issue with winning, especially in this year's quarterback class. There's no I'm not losing on purpose to try and get Fernando Mendoza. That's no slight to him. I think he's a really good quarterback, and maybe he will be the Jets quarterback next year. But I'm not losing games on purpose. This is evaluation mode. This is time of year when you want to see if Aaron Glenn is a guy worth keeping around or if you need to fire him. And right now the team's showing a lot of fight. I'm really glad they hung in there and beat the Falcons, a game that going into it I felt was winnable for them, and they managed to win it. Like, that's a step in the right direction. Whereas at the beginning of the year, they would just, give up a touchdown early, give up a fumble early, and then they would just roll over and die, and that was it. And they're not doing that anymore. And I'm not saying that, this is going to be a quick turnaround and they look great, but at least they're trending in the right direction over the course of the season.
Would they have won 3 more games if Tyrod started? Like, are we talking about like a 7-10 club if he started the whole year? I mean, it's not a knock to Fields per se.
We've been seeing it over the last few weeks, is that, like, okay, well, Fields was so bad today. If they just had a competent quarterback, there are guys getting open, they would be able to maybe string together some more points. But, it's fine. Like you said, like I said, this is an evaluation year right now. I'm okay whether we win or lose, but at least there's positive things to take away from each. If you lose games, better draft position. That's great. That's fine, whatever. But if you win games, then at least that there are building blocks for the future, and at least Aaron Glenn is showing signs of improvement. You got guys like A.D. Mitchell, the receiver. Maybe you don't need a receiver as much as you did in the draft. Like, this is evaluation mode, and where you learn about the players on your roster. So that's kind of my
guy sounds like a positive beat reporter tipped off by the team. Like, goodness gracious.
But honestly, though, I know he's looking at that through green colored glasses, but the Jets shouldn't be tanking. They have all, like, what did you trade Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner for if not for the picks? You have ammunition. You need to find out who can play and who can't. You need to find out if your coach can coach, and if he can't, get him up out of there. And if he can, he can. To Ian's point, and me and my partner Monty Bolaños both made it on Fox Sports Radio, the Jets, we both picked the Jets to win that game. And honestly, I think he just got Raheem Morris fired.
I think he might have. I mean, the Falcons are just an abomination. Amidst the Devin Williams friendly inter-borough rivalry at the moment, I had to ask a New York football question because the community is hot right now.
First question. Who might someone say is the greatest football player of all time besides Tom Brady?
Bo Jackson.
Name a popular winter sport.
Skiing.
Name a sport where the competitors wear gloves.
Boxing.
Name a sport that does not contain the word ball.
Soccer? You're saying like in the word, right?
Yeah.
In the word. Okay, soccer, yeah.
Name an NFL quarterback currently playing who's known for his arm strength.
Stafford?
Okay, that's it. All right, Martin, first up. Who might someone say is the greatest football player of all time besides Tom Brady?
Lawrence Taylor. That's not going to
be
close.
Name a popular winter sport.
Snowboarding.
Name a sport where the competitors wear gloves.
Baseball.
Name a sport that does not contain the word ball.
Hockey.
Name an NFL quarterback currently playing who's known for his arm strength.
Josh Allen.
All right, that's it. Sweet. All right.
I like the answers.
So we can go over the results here.
I can't believe neither of us didn't pick Joe Montana.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, I was surprised. Okay,
I mean, I don't know. That's not a bad guess. I mean, anyone over 45's loving that answer. I don't even mean that as a dig. Like, that's like actual legitimate. For all the old heads, right. Absolutely. I said Bo Jackson, same train of thought.
So here's the results. All right. I asked you guys, who might someone say is the greatest football player of all time besides Tom Brady? Alex, you said Bo Jackson. 0 points. Sorry.
Why is that so funny, Martin? Dude had a freaking game made of him. Tecmo Bowl in the 90s before Ian was born. 0 points.
He should be on there. He should at least give you something. All right, Martin, you said Lawrence Taylor. 15 points. The number one answer was Joe Montana.
I mean, literally right in front of our face.
Followed closely by Jerry Rice. Would have been just a point less. Next question. I asked you guys, name a popular winter sport. Alex, you said skiing. 36 points. That was the number one answer. Martin, you said snowboarding. 18 points.
All right.
Okay.
So he's up 2.
Live line moving.
I asked you guys, name a sport where the competitors wear gloves. Alex, you said boxing. 5 points. Martin, you said baseball. 35 points. That was the number one answer.
There you go. Although boxing is a better answer than baseball for sure.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised that was so low.
You know what's fascinating is I didn't think of the glove on defense. I thought of the batting gloves like an idiot.
The number
and I'm
two
like,
answer. The number two answer was actually golf, which I think is a way worse answer than boxing, but it's on there. All right, next up, I asked you guys, name a sport that does not contain the word ball. Alex, you said soccer, 20 points. Martin, you said hockey, 35 points. That was the number one answer.
That's funny.
And
I thought
it's
soccer.
over. It's over.
And lastly, I asked you guys, name an NFL quarterback currently playing who's known for his arm strength. Alex, you said Matt Stafford, 15 points. Martin, you said Josh Allen, 20 points. The number one answer was Patrick Mahomes.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
Let's end on some teamwork here.
Spin it.
Okay. Last thing for you guys here. I have a list of the top 10 receiving yard leaders right now in the NFL. So the guys who, through week 14, this year, through week 14, are currently leading the league in receiving yards. Okay? Top 10 answers are on the board here. You got 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer here. Ready, and go.
Let's get this, Martin. All right, I'll kick us off. Puka.
Puka is number 3 on the list.
Puka's number 3 on the list.
What'd you think he was? 1?
No, number 1 is JSN. That's a guess.
JSN is number 1.
Yeah, great call. Do we go Devontae? I feel like he's catching tugs, not yards. Adams?
No, I don't think Devontae's there.
Yeah, I don't think so. You think Jalen Waddle due to Hill out? Yeah.
Now, there's a few that I know are on the list.
Yeah, rattle them off. We're on a time. We're on a time here.
George Pickens is on the list for sure.
George Pickens is number 2.
Jason is number 1. Pickens is number 2. Puka's number 3. Who's 4th in the league?
Let's go with Puka. Emeka Puka. He's got it.
I don't think he's
Is that your
4th, but
guess?
he's on. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with him.
No, he's actually not inside the top 10. He had that hot start to the year, but he's actually been pretty quiet in recent weeks, so that is strike 1.
Sorry.
So somebody from Indianapolis has to be on the list. My
I
first
mean,
guess was
maybe.
Josh Downs, but I want to say Tyler Warren.
I don't know, man.
As a
You
3.5.
think one of their wide receivers is on the list? I
do.
Pittman? Go ahead. I
do.
mean, I just got one. Go ahead. Hit us. I feel like 3/4 of their offense is JT.
Josh Downs? No. Tyler Warren.
No, that's strike 2, but I will give you guys a hint and say there is a tight end on the list. It's just not Tyler Warren.
There's a tight end on the list. That is not comforting.
And also be careful with that Colts thing because there are no Colts on the list. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think. Dude, I'm going through the teams, man. I don't know why this is so difficult. I mean, no one in the AFC South, AFC East, no Bills. Patriots spread it around. If you don't think Waddle,
Jamar Chase.
Yep, Jamar Chase is number 4. So you guys have the
Okay.
top
Good luck.
4 now.
Well, let's not waste a Justin Jefferson. We already know he is probably not even top 20.
Dude,
and it's like there's no
like
Bears,
20 yards
no Bears,
no Bears,
no Packers. I mean, you want to go Amon-Ra?
I think Amon-Ra is on the second half of this list.
All right, let's do it. Let's do St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is number 5.
All right, so that's the NFC North. That pretty much take care of that. NFC South is a big fat no for nobody. If it's not
how much time do we have?
About 2 minutes.
You got a minute 40 seconds left. I'll give you guys another hint. There is a running back on the list as well.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yep, Christian McCaffrey is 10th in the NFL in receiving yards right now.
Great guess.
Remember, there's a tight end there that you guys haven't got yet.
I know. Is it? Which tight end is cooking like that? I mean,
Kelsey was second in yards for tight ends 2 weeks ago. So somebody,
no way.
So somebody was in front of, but I just can't think of who was in front of. So
I mean, I'm like
here.
Hunter Henry, maybe.
No way.
I can't think of a tight end that's cooking like that.
Trey McBride.
All right, oh yeah,
Trey
that's
McBride.
It.
There it is, number 6 on the list.
How many we got
missing
left?
7, 8, 9.
Yep.
We got a
Correct.
minute.
And I'll give you guys another hint here. There's a rookie on the list here.
You think Marvin Harrison's
30
on this
seconds.
list?
No, I know he's not. He can't be. There's a rookie on the list.
We only have 30 seconds. We gotta throw something out, man. We need to throw out Hail Marys.
20 seconds.
There's a rookie on the
There's
list
a
that's
huge
not
surprise.
Tyler Warren. That's not Emeka Ibuka. That's insane.
I know. Dang
my-
it, Martin, you're the wizard.
10 seconds. It's not a shot, this rookie.
Yes, will be.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm
5
just
seconds.
gonna throw out Waddle.
Nope. That's it. Strike 3. Time's up. So the ones you guys missed. So the rookie you didn't get, Tedoroa McMillan at number 8.
Okay.
Number 9 was Drake London.
Okay.
Number 9 was Drake London. Okay.
That one to
And
miss.
number 7, I don't think you guys would have got this one if you'd had an hour to guess. I'm going to tell you who this is, and you're going to be shocked. No. Wandale Robinson. Wandale Robinson is 7th in the league in receiving yards right now.
This is fun. That was
Thanks
fun.
to Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston uncorking it to him. But there you go. Good stuff, guys.
Wow.
Wandale
that was
Robinson.
fun.